Konnichiwa, and welcome to the 471st podcast of the NC Growing County Anime Group. My name is Robert Pyle. I'm currently the president of the group. I need to make a correction that I have made mistakes in the previous podcast. We will not be meeting on November 21st. We will be meeting on November 24th in the conference room at Woodley Flames from 6 to 8 to watch Sin the movie. The last few podcasts I had gotten the date wrong. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Recently I was on Facebook and I saw this article and it kept popping up from different people on my Facebook saying your comic books are not worth that much. For me, I've been a comic book fan for many years. I've told people about this at many of anime conventions that I've been to. In order to prove my point, I'm going to show you just a tiny bit, not a whole lot, covers from my collection. And I'm going to show this from the Doom Patrol. This is from the original first run. And like I said, this is just a small sample of what I have as far as a collector. This is, of course, Black Widow. And let me just make sure. I'm just trying to make sure this is just getting properly done. And here's one for ISIS. And Justice Society of America, X-Force, another Justice Society of America comic book, The Shadow. Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men. Orson Welles did a great job doing that voice. Of course, I'll cover Wonder Woman, Alex Ross, Kingdom Come. And I mean, Alex Ross is just a beautiful artist. And of course, another X-Men book. I'll turn this around. So like I said, I've been a fan for many years. I remember Dick Dillon working on the Justice League of America, and I'm also a big fan of the Justice League. But my point of the matter is, not everything in life has to have a value to it. When I was a little boy, I used to remember when I was trying to buy my first card, I got involved with this program called CETA because during the time my family was having financial problems and family was growing and having a divorce, and I was with my mother at the time. We didn't have a car, so I went and I got involved with CETA in order to make up money to get my first car, also to get the family to have transportation so we could pick up groceries. But I would walk from Northland High School to the nearest drugstore where they sold comic books, and there used to be a comic book rack. And I still have fond memories of times when I used to go to that little drugstore and I would pick up a comic book, because that opened a world up to me of different possibilities, and I just had a wonderful time. I remember comic book prices that used to be 12 cents a book, 25 cents a book. There was one time 60 cents bought you a 100-page comic book with only one new story and the rest were reprints. That's what DC did a long time ago back in the 70s, and I still remember those stories as if they were yesterday. So like I said, I've been a very big comic book fan, and like I said, not everything has a price to it. Now, granted, if you're trying to get a nest egg, you'd be better off maybe going into the stock market and trying to go that way, or go into a simple IRA. But for me, I love comic books. I always have. I've seen the justice done to some comic book people, and then I've seen the injustice done in the series in the industry as well, where people who did stuff didn't get credit for it and didn't get the royalty payments they were supposed to get. But the industry is dubious at times. It can be good and it can be bad. It's like a two-edged sword. Well, let me get on for some information. I have recently just read that the leader of Tokyo Girl Style is going to be in 2 live-action movies next year. I do not have the names of these movies yet, and as soon as I find out and I can find out how to pronounce these movies, I'll be glad to tell you. Also, too, the J-pop singer Swish is having a birthday, and I did show one of her videos. It was like Swish going to a haunted house, and I showed it at Ichiban Con 3, and I think a lot of people kind of enjoyed it, even though that first time I did that panel I thought it was way too short for just being an hour. what I did show, I think fans really liked it. Now, I am busy watching some anime, and this is from the Rowan Public Library, and this is the third voyage of One Piece. And I want to check and see how good the condition of this copy is, and I'm going to be checking this out. And this is, of course, the copy of Fruits Basket. And we've had Fruits Basket for quite some time, and I'm kind of worried about the condition of the DVDs. That's why I'm checking out to make sure that they are still playable. For the next event, like I said, for the NC Roy County Anime Group, we will be having a meeting on November 24th in the conference room at Woodleaf Lanes from 6 to 8 to watch Sin the Movie, Biological Weapon versus Cyborg Weapon. It's a very mature anime, not for little kids to watch. And then we're going to have our Christmas party on December the 14th at formal co-president Tim Will's home, not 6 to 8, 6 to 9. And we're going to be watching The Girl with the Third Blue Eye. And then our home convention is Ichiban Con, and that will be from January the 9th through the 12th. I am doing panels at this convention. Hope you'll stop by and talk to me if you see me in the hallway or going up and down the elevator or at my panels. I have a lot of information, doing research right now on it. And in the month of January, we are still looking for the place to have our next meeting. We're supposed to be showing in that month My Hime. Thank you for watching this podcast today, and may you have a very good day. Goodbye.